wanted to be married.
He's trying to embarrass him into divorcing her.
Actually sat down with Will and had a conversation. He gave me his blessing. And I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life.
What if the most shocking moment you saw wasn't the betrayal at all, but the cover story meant to protect something much bigger? Because the more people replay that famous Red Table Talk clip, the more one question refuses to go away. What if that entanglement was never the full truth? For years, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith have described their marriage as unconventional, evolved, and honest. But honesty looks different depending on who's telling the story, and according to some disputed claims, what the public was shown may have only scratched the surface. Jada herself has said she never wanted to be married, that she felt trapped by circumstances, and that admission alone reframed everything people thought they knew. But then, according to Brother Bilaal, a former insider whose allegations remain disputed and not proven in court, there was far more happening behind closed doors. And that's where things get messy.
I saw some of the video. Mind you, when Jada at the house...
Was any of them allegedly MC Light?
Yes.
I just said that was just
why didn't you let me say that?
That was just my own opinion.
Come on,
I have no dog in this fight.
Oh, goodness.
But I always felt like, in my opinion, that her and MC Light kind of had something going on, and they used men, Will and MC Light's husband, to cover it up.
So,
and then we had a lady that came to sit on the show that said she saw MC Light and Jada at a known gay club for lesbians in Hollywood all the time.
So let me just put it like this, because the tapes are going to surface. The tapes are going to surface.
I don't want to watch them. That's illegal.
Oh, no. Listen. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The tapes are, that's why they reported it stolen, but they didn't report me as the thief, right? But now let me tell you how I saw the tapes. So when Jada's home at Will house, not her other house, she allegedly has her wine. She has her something called Tushi. It's like a pink thing. It's popular in Colombia as well too, but it's like you get it's like that mix, right? It's big in Colombia, right? And she got her ayahuasca or whatever it is. And she got her mushrooms. So she got her psychedelics, all that stuff. So she's sitting down here watching, playing with herself, and high as a kite, right? Not caring who's in the house, whether kids watching, nothing. She's in her own world. So that's how I was able to see the tapes. This is why she think I saw them. And I saw some things that were unreal. And I saw celebrities on the tape.
Ooh.
So
Brother Bilaal claims that when Jada publicly admitted to stepping outside the marriage, she only acknowledged what could no longer be hidden. According to him, the list of men allegedly involved during the marriage was much longer, and in his words, included names far more recognizable than the public realizes. These are allegations, strongly denied by those involved, but Bilaal insists recordings exist that would back up his claims. He says once those recordings surface, people will be forced to reconsider what they thought they understood. Whether those recordings exist or not has not been proven, but the claim alone shifted the conversation in a darker direction.
And that video, he is begging her to stop, right? And she's telling him to shut up, right? And on that video, Jada had on Timberlands and a fitted baseball cap with the strap on, right? And the reason why she got so much hate for Alfonso Ribeira is because they dated way before. I'm not even going to say dated, went it out a couple of times together, right? And allegedly something must have happened because Alfonso always had money. So back then, Jada was broke, and you know that through your interview with Laverne.
One of the names Bilaal has mentioned is MC Light. According to his account, this connection was not just rumor, but something multiple people allegedly witnessed over time. He even references a woman who claimed she repeatedly saw MC Light and Jada together at a Hollywood club known within certain circles. Again, these are unproven claims, firmly denied, but Bilaal maintains that what he saw convinced him the public narrative was incomplete. And then he drops the line that keeps people watching. He says the tapes will surface. That statement alone raised alarm bells, especially because he claims the tapes were reported stolen, yet no one accused him of taking them.
Tyrese was on there.
I'm so glad Tyrese ain't got no money to sue me right now.
and Charlie Mack was on there with Will. And allegedly, I would appear to be Tyrese with Will and Jada. Then the one with Charlie Mack and Will, Jada's not on it, but you can hear her say, make him spit up, period. So when these tapes come out, people will know I'm telling.
Bilaal goes further, describing alleged situations inside Will Smith's home involving substances and behavior that, if true, would completely change how people view the power dynamics in that household. These descriptions are allegations only, not established facts, and no criminal findings support them. But Bilaal claims that's how he was exposed to what he says were recordings involving celebrities. He says what he saw was unreal. And just when you think it can't escalate, another name enters the picture.
I'm there. We're trying to talk through our problems at his birthday party. Me and Will are together trying to talk to all this stuff that's going on, this alleged hard drive that they think I have with all these people on it. Me potentially about to sue. Me about to expose the mutual NDA that I had with Bashir Gray.
So this was after my interview.
This was way before your interview. So
okay.
we've been going on for.
Because I remember, because she said, Jada Pinkett Smith specifically said in the Breakfast Club interview, we call her words, that there's been some legal back and forth.
Yeah, we tried to work it out.
And you have text messages here from Jamal asking if Charlie wants to talk to you.
Oh, this is late. Oh, see, it's so much information.
To do a 3-way call. I downloaded WhatsApp again, but go ahead.
Okay. So, where were we at? What were we talking about? That just threw me off a lot. Damn. Oh, okay, yeah. So he invited me to his birthday party in King Richard premiere. It was a private screening. And at this is inside the legal paperwork of the civil harassment lawsuit against Jada. So she comes up to me, put her finger right in my face with her nail, right? And told me that I better stop telling her business, keep my mouth shut, or I was going to catch a bullet and a beat down. So right there, that's already violence, right? And then it's already threats and everything. So I said, okay, no problem. I didn't say nothing. I didn't hit her. I didn't do anything, but I already knew that I was going to make my move. So let's get into this lawsuit with Jada. So we talked about that one incident. We talked about her being embarrassed about the Tasha K interview that went viral globally. Okay. So that's one thing. Then Charlie Mack contacted my friend saying that Will and Jada wanted to pay me to write a retraction, and then him sending the retraction over to my friend, right?
And you said?
I said, no, I'm not going to do it. They were ready to pay me the money in 24.
According to Bilaal, actor Alfonso Ribeiro was allegedly involved in an encounter that he describes as disturbing. He claims there is a recording in which Alfonso is heard begging for something to stop. This allegation has not been proven, has not been tested in court, and Alfonso Ribeiro has not confirmed any such event. Bilaal ties this claim back to the fact that Alfonso and Jada knew each other long before Will entered the picture. He speculates that something happened between them years ago that created resentment. Speculation is not proof, but the story keeps expanding.
Within 1 year, it is my belief that Will and Jada will be involved with a sexual case on a criminal level. And I'm going to say that once again, just so everybody clear. Once I finish the lawsuit and once I finish this civil harassment thing with Jada, getting all the discovery, all the interrogatories and giving them to the federal government and also giving it to the assistant attorney general, somebody's going to jail. Somebody. That's my belief. So all this is going on, but it's going to be criminal. Right now it's all.
Bilaal also alleges that Tyrese Gibson was involved with Jada during her marriage to Will, and that recordings exist to support this claim. Tyrese has not admitted to this, and no evidence has been publicly verified. Bilaal further names Charlie Mack, claiming that even when certain individuals were not physically seen together, Jada was allegedly present off-camera directing events. These are serious allegations, entirely unproven, but Bilaal states that once recordings emerge, people will understand why he has been so vocal.
40 years. I put in here about where TMZ, who listen what they did to me. Well, I already told you. So, but just for your listeners, Will's reps claim he didn't have sex with Dwayne Martin, right? And then inside the article, people can just go back and see it. TMZ put, "Oh, we don't even know if there's any connection between me and Will." Come on, man. Come on, TMZ. Y'all playing. Now, I'm reporting y'all to the FCC, right? Because y'all lying to people. You could have did a quick Google search and see, I got multiple movie credits with Will. I'm in the book. And if you go to my Instagram, that seals it right there.
TMZ is bottom page.
Right. So in my opinion,
right now.
Yeah, so in my opinion, they was giving TMZ a couple of those dollars. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now, so we thinking everything is over, right? After my accident, nobody's hearing from me. The Diddy stuff comes to light. Okay, so now everybody is separating themselves from Diddy. I go to my computer. I remember I went to a freak-off party with Will. Well, I went to a party, but after the party became a freak-off, right? So I send that out to every press person, right? Somebody picks the pictures up and put Will at Diddy's party. Will sitting up there.
Oh, you talking with the naked girl?
Yes,
and stuff on the table?
yes.
Yeah, I remember that. They was eating fruit off the naked one.
Right, because they were saying, "Oh,
that was an all-white party."
Yep.
Right?
I forget where it was at, but all I know is I had the pictures, and when I sent the pictures out, they were everywhere. Now, Will. Then after that, everybody's going in. Now, I could tell you what happened.
He said on a stage with fake AI fans that he has never, ever been to a Diddy party.
Okay. And him and Diddy are not cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Jay-Z said that too.
Okay.
Then comes Briar Gray. According to Bilaal, this relationship went beyond rumor and into legal territory. He claims a mutual NDA exists and that once that NDA became a potential liability, efforts to silence him intensified. Instead of backing down, Bilaal says he filed court documents under penalty of perjury. He claims he is willing to face jail time if even one of his statements is proven false. Court filings do exist involving disputes, but the truth of the underlying claims remains contested.
He was already mental when she got him. Fragile, to say the least. He'd been through, he had a terrible relationship with his mama. Health problems. Health problems, lost his sister, lost his brother, had his kids, got their kids. He was fragile when she got him. Jaden brought him to her. Jaden.
Oh, Jaden?
Brought him to the home.
Oh, really? That's how he even got in the mix? Oh, man. This gets more interesting by the day.
That's word on the street.
Word on the street. Right.
And, in whatever Will's agreed upon dalliances may have been, you don't hear none of his chicks talking. And Willow didn't bring home one of her little girlfriends, and Will started smashing her.
Allegedly.
I ain't heard no R. Kelly stuff about Will Smith.
Well, I'm not saying underage, but I'm sure Willow got friends over 18.
I'm sure that Will get his own mother side. So he don't need his daughter to wrangle no bitches for him. But when you take upon a role of mentoring somebody, which I don't know when Jada became the Earth Mother of the world, but okay. Last I checked, that was the chick that set it off, and Cosby Show and stuff like that, and doing some great acting, and we love Jada, the action hero, and she's like a little action hero. But I don't know when she turned into, this guru, but if that's the role you're going to play, then it's not fair to take a boy who's dealing with all.
Bilaal describes a private birthday event tied to the King Richard premiere, where he claims Jada confronted him directly, allegedly threatening him to stop speaking. These claims appear in civil filings but have not resulted in criminal convictions. He says after that moment, he decided to move forward legally rather than quietly disappear. He also alleges that offers were made to pay him to issue a retraction, which he says he refused. None of these claims have been ruled factual by a court, but the paperwork does exist.
A song called Entanglements, where he's basically mocking Will, talking about, I'm doing things that you can't do and this, that, and the third.
No doubt.
And then he said that Will gave him permission.
Well, just like Jada said, can't nobody give you permission to do anything but you. If she would have done it with or without his permission, probably,
I mean, Will crying though on that table, like that Will.
I had already cut it off by then.
The Will, which is replacing the Jordan crying meme. The Will crying meme.
I never saw. I couldn't take it.
Couldn't see it.
No,
you've never seen the Will crying meme?
No, I didn't stay that long.
But did you actually see the picture that I'm talking about?
No. Why, you got it?
Of course I got it.
Oh my God. This is going to replace the Jordan crying meme?
Of course.
Oh man.
Sorry.
I ain't seen it. Oh man. Will.
You've never seen this?
I did see that.
You did see that. I'm saying you can't be on the internet and not see that.
I didn't want to see it.
According to Bilaal, this has never been about clout. He frames it as a fight over truth and image control. He claims Will Smith was publicly humiliated while powerful forces worked behind the scenes to protect Jada's reputation. He accuses outlets of selectively reporting and alleges that money influenced which stories gained traction. These are opinions, not proven facts, but they fueled a narrative that Will was being sacrificed to maintain a carefully curated image.
They do not have a prenuptial agreement. If that is true, that Will does not have a prenuptial agreement, that helps to understand everything that's transpiring. I believe the reason he's still with her at this point is to safeguard his estate, which he should. And I think the reason why she's being so disrespectful, blatantly disrespectful, bringing up Tupac's proposal. Why is that coming up now? Saying Chris Rock tried to hit on her. Why is that being said to the public after this man and your husband got into an altercation at the Emmys? From what it looks like on the outside looking in, and I have nothing against Jada at all. Obviously, I'm a Will Smith fan. Only actor in American history to garner 10 consecutive #1 box office hits. Nobody has ever done that, not even Denzel. Will Smith is the only actor to do that in American history. And on top of that, he's the first rapper to win a Grammy. So his place in history is etched solid. And I just think it's an unfortunate situation because he's been through a lot of things in his life. I never met him personally, but obviously he came out with the book detailing his situation. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but of course I get the reports from it. And I just think it's unfortunate what's going on because on the one hand, you have a man who doesn't want to get took to the cleaners by a woman who really didn't help him build his brand or his name. And on the other hand, you have a woman who says to herself, arguably, I gave you 2 children. I was here for the journey. Although I may not have had anything to do directly with your success, I was still your emotional comfort. I was still your wife, your confidant, your partner. And I think she wants out the marriage. And I just think she's going at it in a very dysfunctional way. I think she's trying to embarrass him into divorcing.
Bilaal even ties his claims into broader industry scandals, alleging that once other high-profile controversies surfaced, people began distancing themselves quickly. He claims he released photos contradicting public statements, including images he says placed Will at events he had denied attending. Whether those images prove what Bilaal suggests is disputed, but the damage to public perception was already done.
They were being interviewed, and someone said something to the effect of marriage or divorce. I forget the question or the comment, but Jada responded by saying, quote, "It's cheaper to keep her." I think they said, "Why are you 2 still together?" And it was in a joking way. They weren't being, there was no animosity. They were not being adversarial. It wasn't even a serious conversation. It was very laid back and relaxed in a joking dialogue. But the person said, "Why are you guys still together?" And Jada Pinkett Smith's response was, "It's cheaper to keep her." He didn't say that. She said it. And I think that speaks to the fact that there was no prenuptial agreement.
Wow, man. So you think she's making all these comments intentionally hoping that he'll divorce her?
Absolutely. If you're not going to let me out of this marriage and give me half of what I feel I'm entitled to, because that's, the American way. Women get half of the man's estate, even if they didn't help him build it. And no disrespect to Jada, there's a very strong possibility that she helped Will get to where he is. I really can't see how, because he was always talented. I remember going to a Will Smith concert right here in Philadelphia down at the Spectrum. It was Will Smith. New Edition was the headliners. It was Will Smith, Jazzy Jeff, Roxanne Shante, UTFO. I was a young blood back then. And I still remember Will when he was a rapper on stage. And once he went to Fresh Prince and then Independence Day and all those movies he was just a hit. The man was a hit. Every movie he put out, garnered billions of dollars at the box office. So, but again, I want to be respectful to her. That's a marriage. There's some things behind the scenes that we don't know about, where she could probably argue that she played a significant role, in his development as an actor. I don't know, or as a businessman. But from the outside looking in as a Philadelphian, I don't see that. And I really just feel it's a situation where he's not going to give up half of what he has, and she's going to continue to antagonize him with the belief that if she gets on his nerves enough, he might let her out of the arrangement.
According to Bilaal, the cheating was not a single incident, but a pattern. He believes the reason the story keeps being suppressed is because too many influential people could be implicated. He predicts that ongoing civil cases could lead to criminal investigations, though no such outcomes have occurred as of now. His predictions remain his belief, not legal conclusions. While these allegations swirl, there is one confirmed moment that changed everything. The Red Table Talk episode. That was not rumor. That was public record. Jada sat across from Will and admitted she had a relationship outside the marriage. She called it an entanglement, a word that instantly became a meme. But when pressed, she acknowledged it was, in fact, a relationship. The internet watched Will's face collapse in real time. That episode exploded in views, not because of gossip, but because it shattered the image people had believed for decades. That relationship was with singer August Alsina. That part is confirmed by both parties. They met in 2015, when August was just 22 years old, introduced through the Smith family. At the time, August was struggling with severe health issues, emotional trauma, and addiction to painkillers following a collapse on stage. Jada said he came to her seeking help. August later said he gave years of his life to the relationship and loved her deeply. He claimed Will gave his blessing, which Jada denied, though she did not deny the relationship itself. What disturbed many people was not just the affair, but the imbalance. Comedian D.L. Hughley openly questioned the situation, calling it uncomfortable and borderline predatory in his view. He argued it wasn't about age alone, but about power, money, fame, and emotional vulnerability. He said if the roles were reversed, the public reaction would have been brutal. That opinion resonated with many viewers. Comedian Luell echoed those concerns, saying August was not a snitch, but a hurt man. She pointed out that he was already fragile before the relationship began, dealing with loss, illness, and instability. In her view, mixing mentorship with romance crossed a line. She questioned how someone positioned as a healer could blur boundaries with someone clearly struggling. Luell also highlighted the double standard. She noted that none of Will's alleged partners ever went public, while August was dragged for telling his story. She argued that if Will had pursued someone brought into the home under similar circumstances, the backlash would have been far worse. The conversation shifted from cheating to ethics. Then comes Dr. Umar Johnson, who offers a different theory altogether. According to him, the real tension isn't about love, but money. He claims there is no prenuptial agreement, and if that's true, it explains the prolonged dysfunction. He believes Jada wants out of the marriage, but not without her share. He suggests Will stays to protect his estate, while Jada applies pressure publicly to force a divorce. Dr. Umar points to moments where Jada made comments that embarrass Will, including joking remarks about it being cheaper to stay married. He argues these moments are not accidental, but strategic. In his opinion, it's a slow campaign to push Will into ending the marriage on terms favorable to her. These are his views, not proven facts, but they add another layer to an already tangled story. Looking back, some believe the pattern started at the very beginning. When Will and Jada got together, Will was still married to his first wife. Jada later admitted she never wanted to get married at all and only did so because she became pregnant. That revelation reframed the entire relationship. What people thought was a soulmate bond may have been built on obligation from day one. So now the question isn't just who cheated, or how many times, or with whom. The question is whether the public has ever really known the truth about this marriage, or if they were only shown what was safest to reveal. With allegations, lawsuits, public confessions, and endless speculation colliding, one thing is clear. This story refuses to stay buried. Do you think more will come out, or have we already seen everything we're ever going to see?